Alright guys, welcome. We're going to go over some of the standards for Fight Gone Bad. It's coming up a week from tomorrow, Saturday, September 10th. And if you're going to be competing or acting as a scorekeeper, which all of our athletes will be, then we need you to watch this video all the way through so you know what the standards are for the workout and you can meet them and hold people to them and count their reps. Now this is a standards video, this is not technique. Hopefully over the course of the last 8 weeks you've learned good technique for the movements we're doing in Fight Gone Bad. Now we just need to make sure you're clear on the standards so that you can enforce them and hold to them. So Sandra's going to show us wall ball, just a couple of good reps. She's going all the way down below parallel, and if we look at the ball, it's coming all the way up high. So let's talk about each of those things. Just hang out, Sandra. Go ahead and grab the ball and get it in position. So the first standard for wall ball is you must squat all the way below parallel. So go ahead, Sandra, and get down there. So you can see if I get down here, and I'm going to try to point, the crease of her hip right here is below the top of her knee. Every rep must get that low. That's the standard for the bottom of the wall ball. At the top, so I'm going to go ahead and throw the ball up there and get it above the line. So the ball must get completely above the line, and it must hit the wall. So those are all good reps. Sandra, why don't you show a couple of reps where the ball's not quite getting above the line. So that rep wouldn't count. And show one where it gets above the line but doesn't hit the wall, if you can. Yeah, that one didn't count either. And then give me a couple of short reps when you're not squatting all the way down. Okay, good. She can barely do it because she's so good. She's so used to doing it right. Okay, so then just a couple more good reps, Sandra, so we have those. There we go. So Sandra's going to show us a couple good reps of Sumo Deadlift high pull. Go ahead, Sandra, do a couple good ones. Good. One more. Awesome. Now, just hang out there. So every rep has to start on the ground. Both plates are touching the ground, and then every rep has to come up, and the bar has to rise to about her collarbone level. So go ahead and, Sandra, get it up there. That's awesome. So Sandra, can you show a couple reps where you don't quite get it all the way up to your collarbone? Just stop like mid-chest. Yeah. And then a couple reps where you don't completely bring it down to the ground. It's actually kind of hard to do. Probably won't happen too often. But those are the two faults that we see most often. So just make sure you get it all the way down to the ground, guys, and then all the way up to your collarbone. Okay, Sandra's going to show us a couple good box jumps. Go ahead, Sandra. Good. Now just hang out on the ground for a second. So every box jump starts with a 2-footed hop onto the box. Go ahead, Sandra. So it's got to be a 2-footed jump, and then when she gets on the box, she has to stand up tall and get vertical above the box. Now she doesn't have to necessarily be on the box when she gets vertical. Sandra, go ahead and jump down. And can you jump up and then jump off and get vertical above the box? Like that, yeah. So she was vertical on or above the box. That's the standard. So once again, that's good, Sandra. Once again, the standard is a 2-footed hop off the ground and then getting vertical above, on or above the box. Now, the other option for Division C competitors only are step-ups. The standard is the same on top of the box, but as a Division C competitor, she could just step up onto the box. Okay, just like that. So she's going to step up one more time, and notice she still gets vertical when she's on the box. Let's see a couple reps, Sandra, where you don't quite get vertical on the box. This happens fairly often. Yeah, see, she's rushing it, and she's not getting vertical on the box. It's definitely quicker and easier, but you need to get vertical on the box. Thanks, Sandra. Okay, Sandra's going to show us some push press. Go ahead and do just a couple good push press, Sandra. And let's go over to the side, do a couple more. Okay. Now, what's going on here? First of all, the bar has to start on her shoulders. That's the bottom position. She's she can dip and drive, and then that bar has to get locked out all the way overhead. Notice her elbows are all the way straight, and I can see a little bit of her ear in front of her arms if I'm looking for the side. That's the standard, that's the requirement for push press. And the other thing that she has to do is when she dips and drives, she's going to come up straight, and her knees are going to stay straight when she comes up. She can't, go ahead and show a couple jerks. She can't rebend her knees to catch the weight like that. See, down here, I'm going to point. Right there, her knees are rebending when she drives it up there. That won't count. So do a couple more good reps. Good, and the knees are staying straight. Now, also show what happens when you don't get the full extension. Maybe leave the bar out in front a little bit. You can lock it out, but it's out in front. That's really hard for her to do. Go ahead and bring it down. So you got to always get it up nice and high and over your heels so we can see a little bit of your ear in front of your arm at the finish of every rep. Good. Really get your head forward, Sandra. There we go. Yeah, that's a good rep. Okay, guys? So that's our push press standard. Once again, it's dip drive with the bar on the shoulders, and then all the way up to lockout so that we can see a little bit of the ear in front of the arm and no rebend of the knees. Okay, guys, on the rower, there's not really any standards. It's pretty simple. You're just going to get on and row and accumulate as many calories as you can. But I do want to show you how to use the computer and what needs to be done. So when you get on to the rower, the computer should look like this. As the scorekeeper, your responsibility is going to be to come over here and hit the just row button on top so that thing is zeroed out when your athlete starts to row. Sandra's going to row away. When she's done with her minute, that number right there will have counted up the number of calories. Thank you, Sandra. There you go, we got 1 calorie. That's good. And then she's done. Let's say she got the 10. I would note that down as her score for this station. Then I'll hit the menu back button so that when the next person comes, the screen will look like this and they can zero it out easily. That's pretty much it. It's pretty simple on the rower. Now, one thing that will come up, there's going to be somebody right behind you trying to get on the rower. They don't want you taking your time getting out. You need to make it quick, make it a quick transition so you can get on and somebody else can get on. So here's what you do. When it's time to get off, push down on those tabs that are outside your foot, just like that, and then slide your feet forward, and then lift your heel up so you can get out quickly and move on to the next station. That's it, guys, on the rower.